Hey, it's me again. Well, MTV has completely fucked up this time. I honestly have to say this. In all the 10 years that I have sat and watched the MTV Movie Awards, this year was the absolute worst. And it can't even be called the MTV Movie Awards, considering the fact that Twilight walked away with every category. We might as well call it the Twilight Awards. And the fact that Twilight won over Harry Potter is absolutely fucking ridiculous. And I am absolutely pissed off about that. And it's not even about, oh, Harry Potter lost to Twilight. It goes beyond that for me because I've been watching the MTV Movie Awards for 10 years. That is about as long as I've been into Harry Potter, since I was 12. And as long as there has been Harry Potter films, they've been nominated for MTV Movie Awards. And it was only last year that they won an award for MTV Movie Awards, and it was for Best Villain. And don't get me wrong, I like Tom Felton. I think he does a very good job of portraying Draco Malfoy in the Harry Potter films. He's a good actor, so don't get me wrong. But I felt the difference between last year and this year. Last year, his character was actually worthy of that nomination because if you read Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, Draco had a pretty big role in the story. He was actually going to kill Professor Dumbledore. So he had a pretty big role in this one. So he was worthy of the best villain category. This year, if you were going to pick a villain to nominate from Harry Potter, you should have picked either Voldemort or Bellatrix Lestrange. Because Bellatrix she is as evil as a villain can be. Because if you want to start all the way back from the Goblet of Fire, and she wasn't in the Goblet of Fire, the film, but she was mentioned in the book. Come on, she tortures Neville Longbottom's parents into insanity. She kills Sirius Black in Order to Phoenix. And on top of that, in Deathly Hallows, she tortures Hermione, carving mudblood into her arm, and then she kills Dobby with a dagger. To me, that is absolute evil, and I felt if any villain from Harry Potter was worthy of the best villain category this year, it should have been Bellatrix. All Draco did in this film was basically cry, and he was only in like maybe 2 or 3 scenes. If that's what makes a villain, you might as well have nominated Elmo or Justin Bieber. And do not get me started on Justin Bieber at the award show. The fact that he won for jaw-dropping moment was absolutely ridiculous. All it was a bunch of concert footage. And that's supposed to be jaw-dropping. Maybe I should record myself taking a shit, and maybe would that be considered jaw-dropping to you? It's absolutely ridiculous. Honestly, I feel this generation has absolutely no taste in music, literature, or movies. It's like personally, I think MTV didn't even care about the other films or cared about what films that were actually worthy of winning. I felt they were only concerned about catering to these idiotic teenage girls who only voted for Twilight because of how hot they think Taylor Lautner or Robert Pattinson is, like the Team Jacob and the Team Edwards. Give me a break. Seriously. And I'm not that big on vampires, but out of all the vampire stories I've read and movies I've seen, not once have I ever read a story where a vampire sparkles by stepping into the sunlight. The last time I checked, when they step into the sun, they burst into flames. That's what happens to a vampire, not sparkle. Personally, I don't even think as Edward as a vampire. To me, he's nothing but a fairy, and that's it. He qualifies as a fairy. He does not qualify as a vampire to me. And For those who probably are going to see this video and they're going to say that Twilight is better than Harry Potter and they're going to say I'm a hater, the last time I checked, who has the theme park? I mean, come on. There isn't a Wonderful World of Twilight. Come on. Wonderful World of Harry Potter. Harry Potter has been around longer than Twilight, first of all. This is a worldwide phenomenon, a worldwide franchise. I mean, come on. J.K. Rowling is richer than the Queen. And she was the one who wrote these books. And her story actually makes sense, by the way. I don't know what Stephenie Meyer was smoking when she wrote the book, but she could have done a little bit better. And who comes up with a story about sparkling vampires? Like, seriously. But, to each his own. I guess everyone has their own taste, but obviously it's not very good taste. Personally, I feel the MTV Movie Awards was rigged. I don't think they wanted Twilight to win. It was all about Twilight and all the hype with, the Twilight movie coming out and everything like that. Personally, I feel it's insulting that they will pick Twilight over Harry Potter, because next month, this is going to be the last film in the Harry Potter series. I feel by giving Harry Potter the awards and letting them win, that would have been an excellent send-off for them. Excellent send-off for the Harry Potter franchise. The categories I felt they should have won would be Best Fight, Best Kiss, Best Male-Female Performance, and Best Film. But I'm completely disgusted with MTV. So what I'm just going to do, I'm just not going to watch it anymore until next year. Because considering that Harry Potter comes out next month, the awards, it will be nominated. I'm pretty sure it's going to be nominated for the MTV Movie Awards next year. So next year, I'm going to give them a chance to redeem themselves. If Harry Potter wins more than one category next year, I will start watching it again. But until then, fuck you. Fuck Stephenie Meyer for writing Twilight. And to the idiotic teenagers and these morons who voted for Twilight, fuck all of you. This is Gryffindor Princess, signing off. Good night.